a little bit better. Sneaky little internet. Get my headphones back on again. Perfect. Right, back to what I was doing, which is basically tidying up my original line work. This particular page, which is page 12. I think when I originally drew this, I was like, oh, it'll be leather and it'll be beautiful and I'll do all this stuff to it. And actually, I'm not 100% sure I like how it's turned out. Okay. I think I'm going to use the magic tool again to do this bit. But apparently... should have done this on another layer again. When will I learn? Answer is never. Okay. I used a funky brush to do her feather duster, so I'll pull out that funky brush again. So for now it just looks like she's holding a stick of dynamite, but that'll do. Right, onto the corset, which gives her an impossibly tiny waist. But again, she's not entirely human, so for her it's just need to breathe. Normally I like to make these sort of any kind of main female character. I like to make them a little bit more realistically full-figured, but in this instance I just thought, do you know what? I've got plenty of opportunity to bring in some slightly alternative looking ladies later on, so I shall bide my time. Not there, but I didn't put that in a very good place. Oh no, didn't quite manage to get it where I wanted it. Oh, 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 all the wrong buttons. There we go. Oh. Right, let's zoom in again. Really enjoy doing all these little patterns. Oh, did I minimise everything? I did. Where have you gone? There you go. There are all my lovely streamers. Try and do like a mandala / lace type pattern on here. Sort of wanted it to look a little bit like clockwork and a little bit like lace. That's kind of where I was aiming with this. I'm not entirely sure I managed it, but still cool, I think. I would love a corset like this. Right, now let's see if I can... wanted Roman numerals because I am a massive Final Fantasy fan. So now I have to remember all my Roman numerals, which I learned from playing Final Fantasy. Let's see. Y V E V I V I I V I I I X X X I X I. Ooh. Definitely will not be noticed by anyone that tiny, but why not? Yeah, and I wanted that to be a little gemstone, didn't I? Oh, forgotten about this. Yeah, if any corset makers ever watch my stream, yes please, I would like one of these. It's pretty. I think this might be one of my ones, but actually the original photo didn't survive particularly well, so I'm really glad I'm redrawing this. Normally where you have the boning on a corset, you can normally sort of very lightly see it in the fabric. For any corset wearers out there, I'm sure you know what I mean. There we go. And again, that's looking pretty good. I'm pretty pleased with that. Oh, yeah, that camera did no favours to the line work around here. What a mess. Much better. Right. Not too worried if I don't necessarily match the original stuff on here. Oh, hello Zayn! How are you today? Oh, Beat Drop Bandit, hello, welcome. Hopefully my troubles from my earlier on in my stream have now gone, but please do let me know. Oh, and mostly Goat Wizard, and oh, Raid. Woo! Oh, I think you guys might be my first raid. How exciting! Welcome, welcome all of you with your snake. I hope that's not a euphemism. Do you have an actual snake? And if so, I need to know more. Oh, welcome all of you. Oh, this is so exciting and lovely. I need to hear more about Zane's pet snake. I assume it's a pet and not just, you know, some snake you found in the street. Never good to join streams when it's like, here's the snake I found. But for everybody else, hello, I am working on my comic book today, and I've been for the last couple of weeks working on the cover art, but this is actually page 12 and the introduction of one of my characters, a ball python. Oh, that's lovely. If I didn't have little teeny tiny kitty cats, my friend used to have a python and it was beautiful. I like snakes. I'm not one of these people that doesn't like snakes, unless it's a surprise snake. Surprise snakes, no thank you very much. Oh, thank you, Beat Drop Bandit. Yeah, so the reason it kind of looks a little bit like I'm tracing is because I am. This is my original artwork, which I drew traditionally. And in fact, if I pull out my magic sketchbook, Blue Peter Styley, for anyone that is slightly older and lives in the UK, this is the traditional comic book where the comic began. And she should be in here somewhere. Let's have a look. I think I drew these in vague. Yeah, so here's the original piece done in traditional pen and stuff. How I was doing it before I bought my graphics tablet was I would take a photograph of this, drop it into Clip Studio Art with like the world's cheapest graphics tablet on the planet that I got from Amazon, and then I would kind of try and tidy it up a little bit and drop in some shade work and stuff, but it wasn't ideal, but it was doing the job. Ah, thank you T4 Mix, and thank you Beat Drop Bandit. Oh, so happy. But yeah, I spent ages, in fact, the first 25 or so pages of my comic are all in here, doing it that way. But then I bought a graphics tablet for Christmas, and so I am going back and I'm reworking all of my original pages, so that my comic looks really swish from start to finish. So that's why it looks like I'm tracing. I am tracing, but I'm tracing my own original work. And I think you'll agree, so if I get rid of the traditional stuff, this is what the cleaned up line work is looking like. I know, isn't it? It's the best Christmas present I've had for a very, very long time. So thank you, Mum. And yeah, and it means that I can now stream, which I couldn't. I mean, I'd not really, I would admit I'm a fairly newbie to the world of streaming. I've got a friend of mine called Being Me, who is a fantastic streamer, although she hasn't streamed for quite some time, but she sort of introduced me to it and said that people might actually enjoy watching me draw. So that's kind of why you guys are here, to watch me draw and yammer, and occasionally my husband and my many cats and my daughter will heckle, although they've been horribly quiet. And yeah, but oh, don't worry, Zane. Like, you know, I've seen some amazing things from that people have drawn on their old sort of thank you. I've seen some amazing things that people have drawn on their old iPads, and if I'd had an old iPad that wasn't literally like one of the first models that ever came out, couldn't cope with anything, didn't interact with an Apple Pencil, I would have been exactly the same. I had a 30 quid XP pen without any drivers. That's what I was using before this. So this is like a fancy XP pen, and I've been loving it so much. So yeah, but would you guys like to see some other pages before I continue doodling on this one? I'm happy to share. Zane, do you reckon people would like to see the cover art that I've been working on? Okay, bear with me, caller. Your call is important to us. This is where you get to see where I save everything. The messy, messy world of my brain. Ooh, no. Which one is it? It's not that one. I thought it was this one. Yes, it is this one. Okay. So this is the cover art that I've been working on for many weeks, and Zane, I couldn't face it this week. So I've been working on trying to make the throne detailing look more metallic, and it involves using a lot of tools that I've not used before. But my gum, it made my brain hurt last week. So this week I decided I was going to give myself a week off from working on the cover art. Oh, thank you guys. I'll zoom out a little bit so you can see it a bit better. So this is the title of my comic, which is called Knave of Hearts. It used to be called Jack of Hearts, and then I discovered that Marvel has a comic called Jack of Hearts, and it involves a guy in blue spandex that shoots pink death rays from his hands. And I was like, I don't want people getting confused. I mean, not that my comic has anyone in blue spandex and wearing death rays, although I have threatened. So my comic is actually about a real life band who I've met and who I love, called Esoterica. If you like progressive rock, I guess, progressive metal. If you like prog metal, or ethereal metal, which is kind of probably a better definition. So not Nightwish, not quite that. But anyway, their music, very good, and it inspired me to kind of write a comic book about them as a band, and that is how this comic came into be. Oh, thank you guys. Oh, it's made my day. So yeah. Yes. And I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, and I have a very eclectic music taste, but, you know, Esoterica, very good, and they've just started playing live again after COVID. And I've been very blessed. I've been able to meet them, natter with them, ask them lots of questions, so I can feed all of that information into my comic. So, you know, I'm a very lucky gal, and they're fully behind it. They fully support it. But yeah, it is essentially about what happens when the supernatural world clashes with their gigs, and they have to kind of help try and restore order to the world when it all goes horribly wrong. So yeah, I don't know if anybody's got any questions about my comic, or if you want to see some other pages. So you guys won't have seen earlier, but this page that I'm working on with this character, whose name is Silver, looks more like this, although I can't find the working drawing I originally did, to the point where I started to panic a little bit. So bear with me. I'm just going to see if I thought I uploaded the... Oh, there you are. I just didn't download it. Oh, panic, because this is the unfinished version. I did do a better job of it. But yeah, this is a splash page of Silver. Oh, T4Mix, you're doing a comic book. Or sorry, is Beat Drop Bandit going to do a comic book? Who's doing it? Is somebody else? I love comics. I love all comics. Yes. Well, Silverwing has been my internet handle since I was a teenager. And although I look nothing like Silverwing, she is pretty lady, and I am but a mere mortal. She is my voice in the comic, so I sort of named her after my internet handle, so that I could, you know, introduce that kind of my voice into what I'm doing. Here we go. So this is the finished. There we go. Oh, I do own it. This is good. Let's get rid of this one because that's just the pung. Lord pung. But yeah, so Silverwing is my voice in the comic, so she gets named after me. But that is where the likeness sort of ends. Her life will be very different to mine. Oh, what sort of comics do you like, Beat Drop Bandit? Tell me more. And anyone else, if you've got like comic recommendations, have at it. I tend to read more Dark Horse and Image comics. They tend to be my two sort of top things. But there's a few mangas that I've tried that I quite like obviously Death Note. And I have really enjoyed some Batman comics. And I'm just trying to think, Marvel, Deadpool. Can't go wrong with Deadpool. But yeah, please, like anything, any recommendations, I am all for it. What was I going to open? Oh, I was going to open page 1 so you guys could see what the band looked like. So these have been drawn from photos. Saga. Oh, I keep being recommended Saga, and I nearly bought issue 1 the other day because it looks like it so totes my bag. and my friend Matt has been reading it for some time, and it just amazing. And I'll make the little cat do a dance. Right, okay. As you speak, it's going in my wish list. And then the next time I am on the Forbidden Planet website, I will be all over that like a rash. There we go. Type it in. Pardon me. Right. Forbidden Planet. The Wicked and the Divine. Oh, I've not heard of that. See, I've definitely heard of Saga. I've not heard The Wicked and the Divine. Ah, thank you guys. Ooh. See, I've just ordered Chivalry, which is the new Neil Gaiman and Colleen Doran comic, and also because I've wanted it for years and I've never owned it, I've pre-ordered the Death Neil Gaiman series, which has got Death, the High Cost of Living, and another one whose title escapes me. I'm just going to bring up the one that I'm working on back up. I am still listening and stuff, so, but yeah, Beat Drop Bandit, like, you know, if you've got a link or something that you can pop in the chat and I'll go through it later. I want to see more of this. That would be epic. Oh, well, I stream every Sunday, so if you've read any by, and I am streaming as normal next week, I'm just thinking, yes, I will be streaming as normal next week. Oh, yeah, they are very good. And my massive favourite is, it's a little bit violent, but I love Monstrous. It's just such a good comic. And I love listening to music whilst I read Monstrous. And again, my favourite band is Esotericus. I am biased, but if you're reading comics... Ah, thank you. If you're reading comics, stick it on the background. See, like, particularly Monstrous, because it is quite, like, gritty. Gritty? Yeah, gritty. And the artwork is exquisite. I'm pretty sure the lady that draws it... I've got a whole shelf up here. Does it have her name where I can see? But Monstrous is another Image title. Oh, no. My little stubby arms don't reach. Never mind. Never mind. But yeah, Google Monstrous. Very, very good. Like, I'd say it's... until I'd read Monstrous, I think the comic that had hit me in the feels as much was probably like V for Vendetta the first time I read it. Just so much better than the movie. The movies made me sad. Which is weird because Watchmen, the movie, was better than the comic. Oh, yes, I do T4 Mix. Does it appear on here? Give me 1 second. So I am Rusted Silver Art on Instagram. I will pop a link in the chat. Instagram.com. Ooh, wires in the way. / Rusted Silver Art. There we go. But yeah, please come and follow me. I love to say hi everywhere I am. So it'd be lovely to see if you've got any sort of interesting things on Instagram, T4 Mix. I do try and follow back when people follow me. So whereabouts in the world is everybody? Oh yes, the names is bad. See, I'm lucky because I've based my main characters on an actual band. They have actual names. I didn't have to think about that bit. And I'm trying to intertwine their like real life with the supernatural. So I've been quite lucky. I've got like the names of their roadies and the leaders of their fan club and stuff that I've sort of tied into the comic. But I have titles, like job titles for people, and like the Queen of Hearts and the Knave of Hearts, that's, you know, think deck of cards, that's kind of sorted. But there are some bit characters where I'm like, oh no, because if I name them after real people and then those real people let me down or don't like the comic or what have you, I have to redo it. Oh, Australia. Oh, my brother lived in Australia for many years. Lovely. But yes, you need to go to bed. I am a mummy. And T4 Mix, go and get yourself tucked in. Oh, drop the kids off here. Oh, Canada. Oh, I'm jealous. In fact, I'm jealous of both. I'm in little old UK and it's a Sunday afternoon. Slight sleep. It's Mother's Day here, so I've been treated very well today. Well, T4 Mix, it's only in the last 2 months that I've decided to make some effort at trying to get my art out there. So don't worry. But if you do know other people that want to follow me on Instagram and stuff, I am all for it. Oh, Tammy Lights, I will keep an eye out for you. But good night, everybody that is in a time code that needs to go to bed. Please do. Go get yourselves tucked in. Have a good night's sleep. Thank you very much. And thank you for joining today. It's like, you know, my first raid. Really exciting. Oh. So who am I left with? Zane, are you still about? I think I'm going to be streaming for another hour or so. And what are you working on, Zane? Bye bye. What time is it in Canada? Because the clocks changed in the UK last night. It's thrown all of my frames of reference out of whack. Oh, that'd be lovely. Thank you, Beat Drops Bandit. And yeah, hopefully I'll catch you guys again when I'm streaming. So I stream Thursdays and Sundays UK time. So Thursdays it's Thursday evening, and Sundays it's just a chill session on a Sunday afternoon. Almost 12. Oh, what time is it here? It is... Alright, assuming that my computer is right, it is nearly 5 o'clock PM. 5 PM. Yeah. Oh... Almost 12 and like bye bye Beat Drop Bandit. Oh, you guys stay up so late on a work night. I'm like 10:30, time to be tucked in. Because otherwise I do not cope with Mondays very well. So Zane, what stage of your comic are you at? Are you sort of still kind of writing it and doing sort of concept sketches? Oh yeah, I'm planning to put mine on Amazon too. The sort of, what is it, Kindle Direct Publishing, I think it's called. But I'll be honest, I signed up to Kindle Direct Publishing just to kind of set the account up, and I'm so far away from getting this published that I haven't looked at it again since. So you actually doing the what's the word? Are you doing the write? Are you actually writing, or are you kind of storyboarding? What's your sort of process? I'd love to hear.
So, in the end, what are you going to be? Not in terms of your career and what you actually do, but in terms of how you'll do it, how you'll be remembered.
I'm gonna take this bad boy upside down.
Somewhere. I may not know your name, and you may not know mine, but we're both alive. We both exist, and who we are lives on through other people. There's good and bad in every one of us, and there's absolutely no way around it except to keep holding on to your faith in humanity. Stand up for yourself and stand up for those who need you, especially a stranger. I'm not the first, I'm not the last.
Find those names. Yeah, a friend of mine suggested getting like a baby names book, and then you can kind of, because they'll normally put them in like useful categories and stuff, like if you're aiming to do something closer to real life, or yeah, it's a tough one, isn't it? If you're kind of trying to have, like, obviously I don't know your genre of book. Is it kind of fantasy? Is it sort of, ooh, what's the, like, more like crime thriller? I'm trying to just spitting out names of and genres of books here. But yeah, what sort of genre are you writing? Because that might help find different places to find good names. Boo boo. Let's clean that one up. Oh, I don't like it when I've rotated this. It's like a drunk operating the helm. Right, I want to go that way. Oh no! That's not a pen, that's a razor. There we go. Ooh. Yeah, I want to hear about what more about the genre. Oh, so close. Nearly got all the way to the end. There we go. Yeah, if you don't mind sharing, Zane, I'd like to hear the sort of, what's your kind of, oh, what do they call it? An elevator pitch, don't they? When it's just there, like, describe what you're trying to do or sell in one sentence, or not one sentence, but like, you know, in a paragraph. I hate elevator pitches. It's like my least favourite interview question is, like, how would you describe yourself in 3 words? They don't like it when you say, like, confused, mildly irritated. That's where Lord Sugar fires me instantaneously. It's not making it too bad. Now, do I think I've done that well enough that when I do this, oh, beautiful. It's better. That's so cool. And do you type, or do you write it in a, like, I'm a scribbler, so I've, again, it's out of arm's reach, but I've got a little notebook that I write my comic strip in, and there's lots of scribbles and like arrows pointing, like, it's like the worst possible way to do it, but it's my favourite way of doing it. Ah, that's cool. It's funny because I am streaming on multiple platforms. Still new to that. My phone, where I obviously follow myself, is like, oh, Rusted Silver's online. I'm like, oh, I know I'm online. I'm Rusted Silver. Oh, mind blown. Sorry, that was probably a very noisy slurp. I just realised I've missed a load of line work back there. Oh no. Let's tidy that up. So saying, when you're not writing a book, what do you do? Are you at school or at work or other. Other is good. Oh wow. MC and their best friend's family were murdered. Filled with vengeance, they both promised to hunt down their killers. Over as time went by and the main character learned what his parents were doing, he started to hate them. They were hunters who hunted vampires. He thinks that they threw away their lives for a stupid cause. Sylvia's best friend still wants revenge for her family's death. Since MC, oh, good name. Still wants revenge for her family's death, and since the MC promised to help them, they reluctantly come with them. So it's kind of, that's cool. It's supernatural. I like that. And have you ever watched Castlevania? I don't know why, but in my head it kind of has that sort of aesthetic in my head. You've not seen Castlevania? It's on UK Netflix. Hang on, bear with me, caller. And I will pull up a, I think because it involves vampires. Let's pull up an image and bring it hopefully down onto this screen. Ooh, ooh. Oh, come on. There we go. So this is Castlevania, which is one of my like all-time favourite TV shows. I love it. But like Alucard is he's kind of like a good vampire, but most vampires are not so good. And varying levels of evil, and like that's Dracula. But I highly recommend it if you don't mind a bit of gore, because it's quite gory. Have you, and again you'll have to forgive me, I don't know what you get over in Canada, but there's another TV show that I've been watching which is based on Critical Role. I can't remember what it's called. I think it is, The Legend of Vox Machina. And there is a particular episode in that which is about this guy that they weren't vampires, but these people murdered his family, and then he kind of goes for revenge and stuff. But yeah, my brain always jumps to the visual rather than the sort of the gory thing. But it sounds like a really cool premise. As I said, I'm loving the name of the best friend. Oh well, you'll have to let me know when you're a bit further along or you're published. Be really cool. And obviously I will do a big fanfare when this gets published. In fact, I'm even thinking, I mean, and it will be in about a year, I reckon, because I think by the time I've gone through, so far, if I look in my little magic folder, I have nearly finished the cover. I've got a splash page to finish. My original cover, that's very funny. So I've redone page 1, I've redone page 2, read page 3, but I've got page 4, page 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm working on 12 today. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. I've got 23 pages I need to completely redo, and 1, 2, and at the same page, 1, 2, 3 more pages that I actually have to, 4 pages that I have to finish off properly. So yeah, I reckon that's probably about a year's work. that I've still got left to do, but that's okay because I'm self-publishing. The only person who holds me liable is me, and I'm all right with that. But yeah, it's going to be exciting when I do publish this. I honestly can't wait. I am going to, whilst I remember, I want to make a note that page 17, come on, open. I'm just going to add a layer to that because I want to split that in half, that top frame, and have the before and after. Where is he? Not there. It's the trouble with Clip Studio, is because it's designed for manga. I can never find the frame because it's never quite what you expect. There you are. Right, so I want to add another layer. I want to cut that in half and have then. There we go. Right, I know what that means. And basically it means I want to split this frame so that the top half is him just kind of looking. And then the other one, then it's like the realisation moment. Because I realised that I don't capture that realisation moment, and that's what I really want to. So I'll shrink that. So he's in like the little half frame, and then, yeah, go from there, I think. Close that for now. Now that I've done that, and close that one down. Go back to this one. Back to the booties. Had a Diet Coke, which in hindsight, not the most sensible to drink whilst streaming. There we go. This is looking so much neater and tidier. It's making me very happy. I do like the idea of wearing boots with little bags on them. Like, Zane, I don't know if you've ever worn a dress. I have worn a few dresses, and my biggest bugbear in girls' clothes in general is the distinct lack of pockets or places to put things. So for Silver, you can't tell, but her dress has definitely got some, ooh, not too thick. Her dress has got some mega pockets. And her boots have pockets too. And I might even have it that her headdress has pockets. Everything has pockets. She's got storage all over the shop. So there's like big pockets there you can't see because it's black. She doesn't need a watch. She's got a tummy for that. But yeah, and she's got pockets in her cape. Like this girl, she can put her train tickets wherever she needs to. Easy peasy. I saw somebody hiding round the corner. Oh, it's you. Hello.
I'm around the corner and all I hear is you muttering about pockets.
Me muttering about pockets? Well, this girl, my Silver, has a lot of pockets. But it's true, isn't it? Most girl clothes, not enough, insufficient pocketry. Well, you've got boy clothes on, but you also have insufficient pocketry. I'm allowed to mutter about pockets. It's my daughter. No, pockets are not underrated. That comes from somebody who obviously has superfluous pockets. Sorry?
I get angry at my phone.
Yeah.
I come downstairs thinking that being closer to the ritual doesn't work, and then I was just silent for a second, trying to get YouTube to work, and I just hear someone muttering about pockets behind the corner.
Yeah, that's me. I was having trouble with the internet too. It might be worth turning your phone off and then on again, because I did that with my laptop. And then
I've done that like 5 times.
Oh, then I can't help you. It might be that I'm using up all the internet source. I'll be done in about 45 minutes. Ish. Maybe a bit longer.
meter, you're still on the...
No, I've got an artist meetup at 7, so yeah, I think we're all right. Sorry.
That's just...
We have to work without the internet. My bad.
No.
I'm gonna keep drawing now.
No.
And mutter about pockets. Bye bye. Go whinge at daddy.
No.
He loves to hear you whinge.
No.
He does. It's Mother's Day. I should be left in blissful ignorance of all your woes.
No. You should be talked to.
I'm being heckled by a tiny person that I made.
You're fine, you made it.
Goodbye, darling daughter.
Yeah.
Now I can sit back and kind of go, right, is that actually the composition I liked? Is that a natural way for her to stand? Because I did think that maybe her legs didn't look 100% natural because she's kind of facing on. I think I'll draw... I have a plan. It may work, it may not work. Let's see. Yeah, if I could walk in heels, I don't want these shoes. I mean, they're not really for bumming around the house in, but for facing the general public. I feel like they would be advantageous. If I remove that, okay, let's just finish drawing the shoe first. But then I think I'm going to move it by your head. Like, I need to see. So describe a ball python to me. Are they like, because my friend, I can't remember what kind of python she had, but it was a big old snake. Is yours like a little itty bitty snake where you're like, oh, you're just so cute? Or is yours quite a chunky monkey snake where you're like, oh, you're a big chunky monkey? That's what I call my cat, by the way. Who is? He's a big chunky monkey. Oh, like a milk snake. I guess that's the only probably frame of reference I've got, which maybe they're only sort of that long. And they're very pretty and very harmless. But teeny tiny. Oh, little baby snake. Oh, 3 foot long. Okay, so 1, 2. Okay, so not like a foot long, but like 3 foot long. I was gonna say like Subway, but I'm pretty sure that's just a foot long. 3 foot long Subway would be monster. Aww. And is she gonna get bigger or is she gonna stay teeny weeny? Oh, 3 foot long max. So you got like a little diddy one. I'm like that. Well, mostly about my family, but also I have 4 cats. My daughter has 1 hamster, and I have, how many other of you know? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tropical fish. The fish, not so affectionate. The hamster, not so affectionate, but the cats, oh, I love my little kitty bitties. It's why, even though it's completely not in keeping with anything else, I've got my little widget cat that does a little dance because it looks like one of our cats, Daisy, who sometimes comes up and claws me in the bottom just to remind me that she's there when I'm streaming. But my main cat is a cat called Kupo, and he's probably, he's a big chunky boy, and he's big and he's black, and he likes to sleep tucked in next to me, like with the blanket tucked in over him, with his little head on the pillow, and oh, he's just so cute. Love my little kitty cats. I mean, they're all cute in their own way, but Kupo is the one that has to be tucked in next to me with his head on the pillow, which that sort of makes him special. He's my special little man. The animals are awesome. Pretty much, I think there's not really any animals that I don't like. Apart from wasps. Not a massive fan of wasps. But I know that they are very important for the ecosystem and whatnot. It's just I wouldn't want one as a pet. I'm guessing in Canada you've probably got a much larger array of animals that are sort of native that you probably wouldn't want as pets. Not a bug person. No, I think, you know, but again, I know that they're very important for the ecosystem, so I respect a bug, but yeah, I'm not like people that have like stick insects and stuff. Fair play. I like something that gives me cuddles. So yeah, but I love you fishy faces. So I've got all my fishy faces right next to me. So I don't want to lift my laptop because I bought the world's worst laptop stand, and when I lifted it up earlier, just everything collapsed like a little souffle. But you just have to take my word for it. But you know what? I mostly have catfish. That's how much I like cats. Extra funny, extra sad. Oh, I know what I was going to do with each of these pages. So I got the size of because the standard comic book page size is something mad. It's not a normal size, so let's just open my cover variant because I know I adjusted that one. So where are you? Where's my image size? Where's my image size? Edit. Change canvas size. Oh, here we go. Yeah, it's like a really bizarre sizing thing. Come on, come down to, here we go, right. Okay, let's make a note of this. So it's 6.87. Is that right? 6.87 by 10.43? Let's see what the internet says. Standard Oh, can't spell today. Standard comic. Woo! Comic page size. Yeah, it is. Okay. Alrighty. The internet has spoken. So I'm edit canvas size in inches. So your width needs to be 6.875 and your height. No, why are you not doing my bidding? 6.875 by your height needs to be, so they're a lot narrower than I was expecting, 10.438. Okay. Ooh! You can see all my original page stuff. Oh no. Let's get rid of that for starters. There we go. Alright, well that's not too bad, she says tentatively. So the only thing I would say is that I think she looks a little out of proportion. What do we think? I think she looks... I don't know if it's the position of her shoes, but if we take her head size, so I've just put this on another layer. So her head size is that, and the average person I think is 7.5 heads. So 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, I made a little stubby lady. 5. Yeah, I made her a little stubby lady. Dear. Right, let's delete all of these. Fun layers. So if we... I think we're almost at the point where we can abandon the original artwork. Have I missed anything? No, right, okay. So let's move the poor doll up a little bit. Ooh, minus her leg apparently. Oh no, right, let's put that back. Let's pop you down to the same layer, right. So we'll move her up a bit. And then we're gonna perform some surgery. So let's grab that. Sorry lady, I made you a little bit short. Let's get rid of all this nonsense. We have to redo some of this bit. Right, let's do this on another layer just in case. So that's her kneecap. I'm used to doing it like this. Anyway. Right, so kneecap like that, which means that's where so hips, that's not quite right. I think it would need to be like that. Her hips are going to come down like that. Okay, that doesn't look quite so mad. Excuse me. Okay. Let's turn it up a bit. There we go. Much better. Nope, 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 nope. Nobody, nope, nope. There we go. Much, much better. Right. I think I'm just going to accept that this whole bit needed redoing. Let's make the brush size a little bit more acceptable. There we go. I need to fix her cape a bit. Both love and hate doing all the weird little ruffles on her skirt. I love it because it kind of gives it a bit of, what's the word, like tangibility, I guess. But it ain't half fiddly. And I always invariably miss one. Ooh, missed one, see? Sneaky. I think I'm just going to tidy up all these bits. Ooh, that one doesn't match, not even a teeny bit. Jubbly. How's your story coming along, Zane? just... There we go. Much better. Oh, I know. I know. It's like putting the plot outlines together takes forever. Still, I think it's amazing that people, like... I just think the world is a better place when stories are being told. So what you're doing is very noble. Okay. Wow, she says this with bated breath, but I think this is pretty much ready for colour now. Exciting! I did have a load of colour layers in here, but I think I'm going to ditch them. I think I'm going to start it again. Because they're not going to match what I've drawn. Let's have a look. Who knew? Ooh, I have missed the back of her hair. That's not good. Right, okay. Right, in the bin with you. Can't even see what you're supposed to be. In the bin with you. Yeah, missed. In the bin with you. And then... Ooh, yes, in the bin with you too. Right, let's save this file. Save. Let's get that line layer put back on. Oh yeah, she's moved, doesn't she? It's alright. Run and roam. That'll do. Okay. That's better. $70,000 reads. That's really impressive. I do know what you mean about like looking back over old stuff though. But I wouldn't be ashamed of that. I would be like, do you know what, even as a baby writer, you wrote something that was engaging enough that 70,000 people checked it out. That's pretty cool. Now, I would wear that with a little, I'd have like a little 70,000 people read my thing today badge. Definitely, I would not be ashamed at all. I think you should be very proud. Okay, so you don't need to be one of the 70,000 that reads it, but you should still definitely have like a little, you know, ha, I wrote something that people like badge. Dare I ask what it's about? Like one of those X-reader, but it's super short. You might have to pretend that I'm a numpty and I don't entirely know what X-reader means. Is it like a fanficky kind of thing, or... Feeling very naive right now. Oh, right, okay. Well, that sounds pretty cool. I don't think I've ever read anything like that where you're sort of... Well, apart from the Choose Your Own Adventure books when I was a little kid, which I really like those. Although I'd always be like dead by page 3. You selected this option. All your characters fell down the well and died. The end. God damn it. That was always me. Okay, I'm with you now. And is yours like, do you ship anybody in particular? Ah, hi Charlie. Zane, who's in the chat, is writing their own book. And he's just explaining that he's got a particular title that got 70,000 reads today, which I thought was pretty cool. And then Charlie, you might recognise this one, but I'm reworking this one because her legs were not in the natural position for the position she was in. I worked out that I'd drawn her way too stubby, and just the original line work, which looked like this, just looked really messy. So I have redrawn it completely, and I'm really pleased with it. I just need to pick a pen type to do her feather duster. I think did I use this one? Did I use that one? Ooh, no. Did I use this one? Oh yeah, I might use this one. Thank you. I'm sure I've heard of Wattpad. Ooh, too high. I swear I used to have a load more paintbrushes than this. So how long have you been writing for, Zane? So is the one that you were talking about earlier one that you wrote back then? 2018. Oh, so pre-COVID. I always think of everything as pre-post-COVID. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it, when members of your family sort of read things that maybe aren't, you don't feel are kind of 100% fit for human consumption. It's better. Well, over here, Charlie, it's been Mother's Day today, so I've been treated very well, pampered, very pampered. Right, let's see if this works. Ooh, the colours. I love it when it gets onto colours. Right, so the light is going to be coming from directly ahead, I think. Yeah, I think that's going to be right. So, let's grab the darkest shade. Interesting. I don't want to burn. I don't want a white burn. I don't want to add glow. Soft white. Let's try that. Oh no. No, no, no. Right. Let's just go for normal. Ooh. Is that tea? Thank you, Tom. Oh, I am enjoying Mother's Day. Oh, yes, I have got it turned way down, but... Oh, interesting. It's actually saying that nothing's working. Oh, I've had some technical difficulty today, Charlie. I don't know if it's my internet or what have you. But is that a better volume? And can you hear me? So according to my mixer, I am making none sounds. Fabulous. Okay, that's good, because the little thing that kind of tells me whether my sound is going or not has decided to vanish. Which is not that helpful. Oh, bye-bye, poor python. So Zane's got their own pet snake, Charlie. Who's a teeny tiny little ball python. I admit my knowledge about snakes is pretty much zilch. But I did pick up that tidbit. So. Ooh, when will I know? Right. Lips. Teeth and eyes. That is skin.
Everything that you do, you're the little taste of heaven that I need. This is everything that I want. I'm dancing with the devil. You're gonna take me to hell or not. Everything that you do, you're the little taste of heaven that I need. This is everything that I want. I'm dancing with the devil. You're gonna take me to hell or not. Won't you take me all the way? Won't you take me all the way?
I like this bit. It's like being a small kid again. It's like colouring in book. Colouring in book time. Right, let's make the size a bit bigger. Cover a little bit more ground. Suddenly the reason why I was so slapdash with all of her skin there makes sense. Okay, much better. What I should do really is rather than colour it in like a toddler, because there is a very clever thing that you can do, particularly with this program. You essentially go around the whole outline of the area that you're colouring. So for example this. Here, tiny little there. Kind of just concentrate on the edges. I might get away with it, you know. I wasn't sure if I'd drawn it in such a way that I would, but let's see. Because if I do get away with it, it's going to make cutting her hair super easy. 1 second. There we go. But I have made even a slightest gap round where I have coloured. This is all going to end in tears, so let's see. Okay, so that's worked. I don't think it's quite going to work the way that I want it to, because I've not been smart enough about doing this, but let's see. Sorry, I've gone quiet because this is requiring brain power. All of the brain power. None left over for tea supping or nattering. Right. Let's see. Oh. Okay, and then hopefully. Haha! Nice. Okay, that makes me happy. I can see there's a few little bits that I've missed, but it should be fairly easy to tell. Oh no, look, it's left a little white mark. No! Sarah says that is not okay. It's done it over here as well. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah. Naughty. No little white lines on my watch. Thank you very much. There as well. I'm guessing it's where I've not set up my paint bucket properly. Still getting used to how I've set this up on this laptop, but yeah. Paint bucket fail. I think I've caught it all. Interesting. Okay, yeah, I know it's like that. So, where's my skin? Because I'm not convinced that I have got the shading of this particularly right. always think, I need to be really aggressive with my facial colours, and actually it often has the opposite result to what I'm actually after. It's a little bit better. That's looking much better. It's not. I must have added a load of tools to this when I did it, because I swear I am missing a lot of paintbrushes from my Clip Studio. Damn you Clip Studio. That's okay. I have a master plan. Download some paintbrushes. New toys. Love me a new toy. Or maybe that's something I will do later once I have finished putting highlights on. Yeah. Hair is so shiny. Love a bit of shine. Shiny, shiny. What I'm hoping to do is I've got fancy blend fingertip blender. Ugh. Got set to 1000% apparently. I think just by literally sort of taking the pen in the direction of the thing, it does this awesome sort of squiggle effect, which is kind of shiny hair does. At least I've decided that's what shiny hair does. Yes, I like that. Well, I do like that when you get Clip Studio, you get access to their like materials library and their paintbrush library, and you just have to kind of, I can do it. Let's move it down to think so it doesn't just look like I'm ignoring everybody. Play down to my other screen, or are you going to not play? Ugh. That way, that way, that way. Ooh. There we go. I type in water, colour, brush, oop, can't spell, brush. Let's have a look and see what they've got. Watercolour brushes. Yeah, that one costs money. I am looking for... do you know what? Let's look for hair. That's all I really use watercolour for, is to paint hair. So if they've got some free hair painterly doobidoos, and I don't want like glue on hair, some of these you actually just buy on hair that you kind of stick on like a Lego person. I like brushes that mean that I actually get the... it's hard to describe, but it is like a watercolour brush. Western curl brushes. Hair gloss, that's the sucker. Let's get some of you going on. Download. Yes, please. Thank you. By Ryan. That's fine. Okay. Let's go back. Take me back. Take me back. I want to look at more hair brushes. No, too far back. Oh, overexcited. Nope, just right, let's see what else we've got floating about. So that was that one. Nope, 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 nope. Ooh, some of these are a little bit scary. Scratch brush. Ooh. Right, that costs money. I'm cheapskate. Hairy caterpillar. That's a good name for a brush. That is entertaining. Let's see. No. All of these like just glue on hair. Ooh, here we go. That one looks like the Kitty Winky. Let's download that bad boy. Oh, I know. Nope, don't want any of those, don't want any of those. Nope. Shine for hair, that one might work too. it's making funny noises. Do you know what? I think that's probably all I need. Right, let's come out of this. So, hopefully, I now go to my paintbrush thing. I should be able to add. Woohoo! Yes, yes, I can. Yes, I would like to add that. Thank you very much. That's nice, that feels nice too.
And while no one is these days, when you smile I am amazed. I'm scared, scared like it's a crime.
Big mode. Can I do Blackburn? Does this? Oh, I can. Nice. Yay. I mean, I still don't think it quite like has the same punch as sort of adding some colours in there, which is probably the way I'll end up going. Anyway, just to make it visibly more visible, I guess. And do some blending to make it work. Yeah, I have to say, for like less than a day's work, I'm pretty pleased with that. It's getting there.
Did you get lost? Did our cars just cross in the lines? Oh, in the lines.
I know why it's looking a bit mad. It's going to put any shadow in these teeth, and whilst I'm all for like super sparklers, there would be a shadow there. There we go. Don't do that. These like bubble kind of colours, I guess I'd call them. Like her hair is slightly iridescent, like a bubble. Oh, I'm doing it on the wrong way. Oh no, robot. Right, hang on, how far down that rabbit hole did I go? Okay, right. Let's try the right rabbit hole. It's not bad. Oh, thank you guys. Ah, chat with you guys always makes my day. Thank you. Yeah, she's getting there. She's going to look good. And I think when I've got... Ooh, that's a point. I'm just going to put a little background on. Which I think from memory should be like a nice purple. Poof! Purple! Then, again from the Magic Materials library. Yeah, I want to download the triple flash. Come on, gimme. Okay. Yes, download it. Yes, please. Gimme, toys! Oh, come on. Where are my toys? Oh, it's not happy about being asked to do stuff, is it? Yes. Don't want any of that. I want the magic little background material thing that I requested. So if I minimise that... Oh, I think that means it's done it. Whoa, okay. Wasn't prepared for that. Where has my purple layer gone? Oh, oh no. Okay, did it replace it? Let's have a look. Yes, it did. Well, that's interesting. I quite like that. Yes, okay, right. Keep it turned off for now, otherwise I will get confused. Right, I think, because I'm gonna stop soon, lovely people, what I am going to do is just very quickly dump some colours on. So that's hair highlights. Oops, save. Right, so this one, I think let's pop on the white that needs to go on there. Just so I can start to see how the colours are going to look. Going to look pretty good. Yeah, I will tidy this up another time. Okay, in for a penny, as they say. Okay. Not too shabby. This is just so that when I turn this on, it's some beautiful gold to the whites. Can I spell wings? I can spell wings. Shred. Right. Where's my... no. Okay, good to know. Whoops. Oh no, that's why. Okay, no. Abort. Wrong layer. Could have been somewhat horrific. And again, let's just get a little feel for how that's going to start to look. Yeah, I think she's going to look pretty cool with that backdrop. But her feather duster is going to look a bit bizarre. It's a little app thing that came with my Streamlabs, Charlie, called Pretzel Rocks. I should know, it spams my chat enough. So yeah, and you kind of, it's stuff that is suitable to be played on Twitch and if the toggle worked, YouTube and Facebook, without your sound being muted, because what I found is if I was playing songs on Spotify, my sound would get intermittently muted where the whatever would pick up that it was like a non-royalty free song. So this is kind of, because I pay for Streamlabs, which makes all the pretty things, which like allows me to do fancy things like that where you get to see a little bit more on my screen. It just means that, like, you know, it's kind of included. Thank you. And yeah, I think it's looking very comic booky, which is good. That's making me happy. And I think once I've like finished colouring it, she will look like better, I think, than what I'd originally done. That makes me happy. Oh my goodness me, is that the time? Oh, I better go off and actually do some parenting on Mother's Day. So thank you very much, Zane and Charlie, for joining, and everybody else. Like, I got raided earlier, Charlie. It was very exciting. So I've had a really lovely stream today. So thank you, everybody. Good night, Zane. I will definitely want an update on your book next week. Bye bye, everybody.